I didn't even want to run for the board originally, but I had a lot of people that knew me and knew my background, and they encouraged me to run because they felt they needed somebody with finance background on that board of directors. And that's the only reason I ran.
So you ran because people in the community were concerned about the finances?
Yes, and well, yeah, the finances and the fact that if you go back, I mean, when I moved here, I went to every board meeting, and if I couldn't make a board meeting, I looked at it. But if you looked at it, Ian would submit a proposal. It was 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0. I mean, I can't even think of one meeting where there was a dissenting vote. Now, when you're on a board, people come in with different opinions and different things like that. And there's nothing wrong with a 5-2 vote or a 4-3 vote. That's the way our world works. That's the way our Congress works. It isn't, you know, but once the vote's taken, then you support it and you move on. But just because you vote against something doesn't, I mean, they look at it like it's like, oh my God, he voted against that. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the way our world works. If everybody thought the same and did the same, it would be a pretty boring world. And so I would vote against something. Steve would sometimes, a lot of times we were voted the same way, but I didn't see anything wrong with that.
So did you ever feel that looking at when you were looking at those old board meetings,
Uh-huh.
that some of the stuff that the prior executive director would bring forward and like you said, they would just approve? Did you ever feel like some of the stuff shouldn't have been approved?
Well, yes. And it's like, well, we're approving. It's like, if you look at it, it's interesting. The board meeting now after Ursula's gone, Dave got up and was almost a little over $600,000 of deferred maintenance. Okay, that isn't covered in our budget. Now, that comes out. It's like the pool stuff being done right now. Why wasn't that done before? The gas lines were deteriorating. We had a leak in the chlorine tank and all these other things. And so now they're getting around to fixing them. Now that comes out of our reserves too. So I don't know how that's going to impact. But when you have deferred maintenance, for example, our clubhouse has not been painted since it was built. But yet we have people going around citing people because they haven't had their houses that haven't been paid in 10 or 13 years, and now they got to paint their house. But we have all this deferred maintenance. And what was happening was we were putting more emphasis and importance on new things rather than maintaining what we already have.